Welcome to the Edupedia World, Virtual World Free Education. My name is Suraya Sayed, Microsoft Certified Trainer. It is not necessary if your worksheet looks fine on the screen, so you are now ready to print. To avoid common printing problems before you print your worksheet, you can quickly fine-tune it by adjusting the page margins and change the page orientation and paper size. Create header and footer and create sheet settings. If you wanted to view how printed Excel pages will look, you should switch to Page Layout View. You can switch to the Page Layout View either from the middle button of the different views on status bar immediately to the right of Zoom slider, or from the ribbon on the View tab. When you switch to Page Layout View, Excel adds horizontal and vertical rulers, and you can see the margins for each printed page, with any headers and footers defined. You can define the page setup options from the Page Layout tab on the ribbon, such as Margins button. Drop-down list lets you choose from one of built-in margin settings or let you customize your own margins. The drop-down contains the commands normal, wide, narrow, and custom margins. The second button, which is orientation drop-down list, lets you switch between portrait and landscape. The size button drop-down list lets you select from all different available paper sizes. Margins indicate how much white space Excel places between the worksheet data and the edge of the page. The normal margin setting that Excel applies to any new workbook have top and bottom margin of 0.75 inches and left or right margins of 0.7 inches. Excel enables you to select two other standard margins from the Margins button drop-down menu on the Page Layout tab of the ribbon. White margins have 1 inch top, bottom, left and right margins, and 0.5 inches separating the header and footer from the top and bottom margins. Narrow margins with top and bottom margins of 0.75 inches and left or right margins of 0.25 inches and 0.3 inches separating the header and footer from top and bottom margins. To adjust margins using the Page Setup dialog box, on the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, click the Margins button and select the Custom Margins command from the drop-down menu. The Page Setup dialog box appears. Enter the new margin settings in the top, bottom, left and right text boxes. You can also specify margins for the header and footer and center your worksheet horizontally or vertically on the page. You can directly change the margin settings from the print screen in the Excel Backstage view if you click the Show Margins button. And you can also change the column widths as well as the margins. To change one of the margins, position the mouse pointer on the desired margin marker and drag the marker with your mouse in the direction that you want. Changing the column width is the same story. Drag the column marker to the left or right to decrease or increase the width of a particular column. And you may gain or lose columns or rows depending on what kind of adjustment you make. To change page orientation, on the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, click Orientation and then click Portrait or Landscape. And to change the page size, on the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, select the size and click the icon that represents the page size that you want. For example, click Letter. If you don't see the size you want, click More Page Sizes. Thank you for watching Edupedia World Videos. See you at the next video.